Hello, and thanks for viewing my narrated presentation on the definitions of oral fluency. This is for the Week 7 discussion. I agree with Koponen and Riggenbach that there's no one-size-fits-all definition for fluency. The 7 definitions, in my opinion, seem to give a good foundation for students such as me. We can learn more about fluency based upon the 7 definitions that were given, looking at fluency as something polarized from accuracy or linked with accuracy, and looking at pauses, when a pause is too long, for example, and how that affects fluency. My definition aligns with the chapter discussion on speech processing, starting with conceptualization, going to formulation, and off to articulation. Once a student can get beyond the nuts and bolts of subject, verb, object, having to process that and go to more sophisticated communication is my definition of fluency. Looking at certain qualifiers, I believe that the student's fluency goals should be taken into account. If we're just talking a student who studied English, goes to their L1 country, and needs to just communicate with an English-speaking tourist, for example, to say this way to hotels, that way to shopping, it's basic. Fluency for them wouldn't be the same as fluency for someone in sales, such as selling real estate. One of my clients does that, and she has to speak with her English-speaking colleagues as well as her Spanish-speaking colleagues, and the English-speaking realtors don't often give her a break. They don't want to slow down. It's not fair, but it's a fact of life. Also, for instructions, if a supervisor or manager says, tell everybody there's going to be a meeting at 3 p.m., you need to be able to go ahead and relay that message or give instructions. Some of my students get the shakes about social interactions, parties, going to events with boyfriends, girlfriends, or spouses, and they need to work on their fluency in that regard. And of course, high-stake tests, TOEFL and TOEIC, the chapter mentioned, are high-stake tests where the rating plays a role in the fluency of the student. And here in Las Vegas, for example, students who have a higher rating can expect to have a higher paid job in some of the casinos on the Strip. Lower ratings on these exams mean lower paying jobs. So this is actually a major issue for many of the students. Defining fluency for them is different from the person who only needs basic communication. My conclusion is based upon my experience, which is that when you can fool the natives, you've become fluent. Being able to pass as an L1 speaker in another country that doesn't speak English and is your L2 is fluency. And I have found that life is easier when the natives think, she's one of us, as opposed to, oh, she's that American girl. Thanks for watching.